Hey, do you know what one of the top reasons is why most small businesses fail? Well, I'll tell you. I'll just end the suspense right now. It's lack of capital, and you don't want that to happen to you. Hey, my name is Peter Eisman, and I'm with MG Business Capital, and we are a small loan brokering consultation company. We help small businesses secure the funding they need to, stay in business, to grow their business, to start a business, just to even simply sustain their business. Um, if you own a small business and you've been hit hard by the pandemic that we're still going through, you may know what lack of capital can do to your business and how it can affect the not just the profitability but the very existence of your business. Any company that was caught without capital during the pandemic could is probably in pretty big trouble if they didn't already go out of business. We can help. We work with a select group of vendors, lenders, and that we've vetted and determined that are the best people to use for the particular markets that we focus on. Um, I'm a New Yorker. I was born in New York, lived most of my life in New York. We operate our office out of New York on the west side, and I see every day as I'm walking through the city, up Ninth Avenue and 10th Avenue, all the different stores that have closed, the restaurants that have closed, how hard the city was hit by this pandemic, and all the people that weren't prepared for it. What happened to them, and it's sad. It saddens me to see it. I love New York City, and I want New York City to thrive and come back the way it's always been, and it will. I know it will at some point. It's just getting us to that point. So, what I'm talking about today is having access to capital, being able to quickly get it, so that when you need it in an emergency, it's there for you, so that you can sleep at night. That's one of the most important things. If you have excess capital, or you have access to capital, and you know that it's there in case an emergency comes along, like COVID did, um, think of the peace of mind that can offer you. Um, so we do all different types of funding. We focus on three industries primarily. We focus on real estate investment industries, and that means anything other than buying your own residence, buying your own residential property to live in. We can do fix and flips. We can do multifamilies. We can do commercial acquisitions. We can do new construction even. We can do all different kinds of real estate, mixed use, office, whatever it is, as long as it's considered an investment property. Um, we do equipment financing for a wide variety of industries. We can do the trucking industry, transportation, warehousing, distribution. We can do medical offices, dental offices, restaurants in particular, retail, any place where equipment is required. Heavy construction is one of the big areas that we lend in on a very frequent basis. Yellow iron, as it's called, excavators, steam shovels, dump trucks, cranes, that type of thing. We can finance all of those different types of equipment, which is, something that is the lifeblood of any business, is having equipment available to them to do the type of work that they do. So I'm just going to give you a brief breakdown of the types of funding we can do and how we can help you get through these difficult times, and how maybe we can help you access, maybe a business line of credit, or a term loan, or some type of working capital you'll need to help your business function. So we can do things like we can do a term loan, as I mentioned. It's a standard bank type loan. You receive the funding and you pay off the principal plus interest over a predetermined length of time, which is the term of the loan, typically 5 to 7 years, somewhere in that time frame. We do equipment financing, and this is a great way for growing businesses to get like an edge on the other people in the industry. You can receive the equipment up front, and then pay it off over the life of the equipment. And by the way, you get some really good tax benefits by doing that. That's something everybody needs to talk to their accountant about. Accounts receivable financing. If you've got large amounts of outstanding invoices, you can borrow against them. A lot of people don't know that. And the invoices act as the collateral, and the AR financing, accounts receivable financing, offers lower rates. We can do merchant cash advances, which is something that could come in real handy for a merchant that needs money quickly. And what you're really doing is you're borrowing against future credit card sales. And then, of course, we can do business lines of credit. These just work like, we can do this with credit cards. These work like a non-physical credit card. What happens is the business owner is extended a line of credit, and you're charged interest only on what you draw out of the line of credit. So these are all different ways that you can access capital for your business. The requirements for getting some of these fundings aren't excessive by any means. You know what it's like to deal with a bank. If you've dealt with your local bank or even a larger regional bank, you know the kinds of things they put you through, the hoops they make you jump through, all the documentation that's required. The high FICO scores that are required and all those types of things. If there's any blemishes on your credit report, you can pretty much forget about getting financing through a bank or a credit union. For some of these funding options, the things that we require might be something like a minimum time in business, and typically that's somewhere in the range of about 3 months or so. We look for a certain amount of monthly gross sales, and that number is typically somewhere around $15,000 a month or $180,000 annually. And in some cases, we don't even look for a minimum FICO score. It all depends on the type of financing that's suitable for your particular requirement. So that's a rundown on some of the types of business loans that we can do. As I said, we also do real estate, we also do equipment financing, and we do cannabis too. So if anybody has any thoughts of starting a cannabis business, we can do the funding for it. Whether you're a cultivator, a grower, you deal with any of the equipment that's used in the manufacture of the final product, or you're opening a dispensary, we can pretty much fund all of those different areas of the cannabis business. So that's really all I wanted to talk about in this short video. I just want to emphasize the importance of having access to capital so it's readily available to you in the case of an emergency. Just one more point I want to make. Think of what you can do with that excess capital, with access to that excess capital. Let's say you want to buy real estate. Maybe you want to buy the building that houses your business. Maybe you want to add employees. Maybe you want to buy some additional inventory. Maybe you want to do some marketing. What else? Maybe you want to expand locations and start another location. And again, the point that I made before about, which I think is the biggest benefit of all of having access to capital, is the sleep at night factor, the peace of mind factor. Knowing that you have that cash available in the event of any kind of, event that happens like COVID or anything similar to it, that you have that money available to continue to run your business and pay your employees and keep the lights on and and buy inventory and everything you need to do to sustain your business. Okay, so that's all I wanted to say today. We'll be back for another video in a couple of days where I talk about some other aspect of capital and lending. Until then, again, my name is Peter Eisman. I'm with MG Business Capital. As I said before, we're a small loan brokering consultation company that can help you secure the financing you need to keep your business running profitably. So again, Everybody have a great day to your success, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.